So Joe Biden has gone back and forth on the filibuster a number of times. At first, he totally ruled out getting rid of it. It seemed like he was also against reforming it. And then he came out later, sort of waffled on it. Eventually, he came out in favor of reforming it. Then there were reports just the other day that he's in favor of abolishing it now, not just reforming it. So this is a long way of me telling you, I have no idea what Joe Biden believes about the filibuster and what he's going to do about the filibuster. If they don't reform it or get rid of it, his presidency's over. Nothing else is going to get done. The only stuff that's going to get done is whatever he does through executive order, and he's already said he's going to be limited on that front, and whatever he does in terms of foreign policy. And so far, his worst area has been foreign policy. So, let's see what he says when asked directly about his position on the filibuster after all of his waffling and flip-flopping. Take a look.
Regarding the filibuster, at John Lewis's funeral, President Barack Obama said he believed the filibuster was a relic of the Jim Crow era. Do you agree?
Yes.
If not, why not abolish it if it's a relic of the Jim Crow era?
Successful electoral politics is the art of the possible. Let's figure out how we can get this done and move in the direction of significantly changing the abuse of even the filibuster rule first. It's been abused from the time it came into being by an extreme way in the last 20 years. Let's deal with the abuse first.
It sounds like you're moving closer to eliminating the filibuster. Is that correct?
I answered your question.
No, you didn't. You didn't really do that at all. So, she does sort of checkmate him there. She says, well, you said the filibuster is a relic of the Jim Crow era, or do you think the filibuster is a relic of the Jim Crow era? And Biden was like, yeah. And she's like, then why not get rid of it? What are you, pro Jim Crow era stuff? And he's like, see, what happened was me and Craig and them was down by the Safeway and the sun was in my eyes and we thought that they was coming with Steve and Greg and I'm gone. Oh man. Yeah, that was awkward. But I love when he actually gets around to finally saying something. He says, successful electoral politics is the art of the possible. Fortune cookie ass phrase. Let's figure out how we can get this done. And then he says, get rid of the abuse of the filibuster rule. Yes, but how, Joe? That's the question. The question is how. How do you do that? What are you in favor of? What are you going to do? Listen, I think the takeaway is the obvious one, which is he doesn't know what he's going to do. Joe Biden, it strikes me that Joe Biden is still holding out some sort of hope that he and Mitch McConnell and 9 Republican senators, which is what he would need to get a bill passed through regular order, that they're going to have a kumbaya moment, they're going to have a come-together moment, they're going to, we can agree on doing infrastructure stuff, and we can agree on raising taxes on the wealthy a little bit. They're not going to do that, Joe. So I think he does have hope that there could be some sort of bipartisan deal-making and that he doesn't have to do the filibuster thing. But, time and time again, he's been reminded, he was there through 8 years of Obama. He should know. He does know that they ain't going to do dick with you. So then what are you doing? It's either he's holding out hope because he's incredibly naive, or he doesn't even want anything to get passed. He doesn't want anything to get passed. Or he does want stuff to get passed. He's going to realize there's zero hope of it. And in that situation, he would have to, at the very least, reform the filibuster back to the talking filibuster so that more of his priorities can get through. So that's where we're at right now, but I'm kind of amazed that he's been all over the place. This isn't a very difficult question. Like, he's been in politics since roughly 1612. You don't have a fully formed position on the filibuster? You never thought this through? In my mind, the hierarchy is I like the talking filibuster because it gives, when Democrats are in the minority and Republicans are trying to jam stuff through, it gives you the opportunity as a last-ditch effort to actually do the work and talk and block something. So that's what I prefer. But yes, right underneath that, if you tell me current status quo or totally abolish the filibuster, I take abolish the filibuster every time. So I would say talking filibuster, abolish the filibuster, status quo, which is untenable and insane. But it seems like he really hasn't thought through this much, or is just holding out hope for bipartisanship or whatever. So I don't know what's going on. And it's insane to me that the reporting has been massively contradictory. And Biden himself has been massively contradictory. But we've heard everything. We've heard he's totally against it, not even going to consider it. Okay, he's going to reform it. Okay, now he wants to get rid of it. Okay, no, he has actually no clue what he believes, and we're just sort of buying time until the next bill gets passed. I guess what they're going to do is run through the reconciliation bills, and then after they do the reconciliation bills, then they'll address it or not. But they'll cross that bridge when they come to it. But it just shows you, like, there are no adults in the room. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just winging it and hoping it gets by and hoping it works out. But it ain't going to work out unless you take major action on the filibuster.